All right, class, greetings of the day. Let's start with today's topic. But before going to the topic, I just want to convey that we have covered the two chapters along with the chapter in which we have studied about atoms only. Okay. The next chapter, we're going to do atoms and molecules, and we have done with the topic atoms. So we have completed our syllabus as much we require in this particular time. So today onwards, I'm not going to teach you any further topic. First, let me start the first chapter because it was not it couldn't go very well as I was not feeling well. So I would start with the chapter number first. We would revise it. We would solve it NCRT back exercise question also. And if there is any kind of doubt or query, please let me know. Okay, so let's begin with the topic that is chapter number first, matter in our surroundings. As the topic suggests, we have to remember, we have to understand that what are the matters and are they present in our surroundings. That means if we go through in our daily life from day to day, what's happening over there, we see so many matters that are around us in our daily life. For example, I'm using this marker, this is a matter. I'm using this camera, this is a matter. Or wherever you have been sit, at the chair, at the bed, this is a matter, the stone, everything. Not only the solid, the air, that is also matter, the water we are drinking, that is also matter. Okay. So matter is something which, according to the scientists, they have defined that matter is something which occupies space and has some volume. I would repeat it again. Matter is something which is defined as which occupies some space and also has mass. So I would like to say matter occupy space and mass. That means they have weight also, and occupy space means they have volume also. If I'm talking about the board, this has I put on the wall. This has, I would like to say, occupied a lot of space. That means this particular board has a kind of volume higher as compared to this marker because this is very small. Okay. So matter is something which has space also, which has mass also, and the quantities which define the space is known to be volume and the mass over there. Okay. Now the point is, as the scientists were very interested in the chemistry before the beginning of the centuries, in our India also there were scientists, there were many ancestors who told us about the history of matter. You must have uh, heard from your elders that our matters have been made up of 5 different things that is known to be Panchtat: earth, fire, water, sky. Now, same as it is, Greek wood came later and they started to tell about the matter. So what happened time to time when we keep moving, when we keep investigating more and more, we come to know about the matter and their properties. So in the modern day, if we want to define matter, we have defined it like this, but now we want to convey it that matter is something which has physical property and chemical property also. So the type of matters, or I would like to say, the matter is something which can be divided in 2 types on the basis of physical property and the chemical property. Am I clear? Now the point here is, what is physical property and what is the chemical properties? The chemical property is something which is little bit higher up for your level right now. We would see the chemical property also, but in the subsequent higher chapters. Okay. But if I'm talking about the physical property, this is something which we can observe easily. That means I would like to say physical property is that which by just looking at them or by just reacting with them, like what is their state, how do it smell, what is its color, these are known to be physical property. That means the property which we can observe by looking at them, by touching at them, by smelling them, by tasting them, and many more. Okay, so this is known to be the physical properties of matter. So now in this topic, in this chapter, we will start what are the physical properties of matter and how on the basis of physical property, our matter can be divided further, that what are the types of matter. So let's begin with the first topic. What is the physical properties of matter? All right. Before beginning the topic, I would like to say that matter is something which we see in our daily life. So if we need to describe the physical properties, we would take some daily life example. First point is matter is made up of particles. Made up of particles. Okay, now what do you mean by particle? And why do we say that matter is made up of particles? See, Bache, what's actually happening if I'm talking about many points, like if I'm talking about wood, if I'm talking about soil, everything, if I'm talking about soil, there is very small particles that make a heap of soil. That means we are surrounded them, we have, uh, I would like to say, created them together so that they would make a soil. So from this observation, we have studied that matter is something which is made up of particles which are in continuous form. That means they, after getting along with each other, they would make a particular matter. Now the point here is, what are these particles and can these particles be seen by ourselves? The second question is the particles size. Okay, as I have taken the example of sand, the example of soil, you know very well that soil is something which is made up of so many particles. And these particles are so small that we cannot differentiate them. For example, the salt, the common salt that you use in your daily life, the white salt, this is something which is very small and made up of very small, tiny particles. These particles, on further, if we start to, I would like to divide them, these are so small that they cannot be even seen by naked eyes. We need kinds of microscope or some bigger instrument so that we can easily check out through them. So I would like to say the particle size is very small and cannot be seen by naked eyes. Naked eyes means without any instrument, but we can check them by the help of microscope. That is something, an instrument which is used to enlarge the image. Okay, but that is something which is used to magnify the image. Okay, so first point, the physical property of matter is matter are always made up of particles. Particles are very small size nature, they cannot be seen by naked eyes. And another point is there are almost millions of them. Let's have an observation to check out this particular point. If I want to say that their size is super small, they're tiny of them, there are millions of them. So how would I like to describe that what is actually their size and why do we saying that they are made up of millions of particles? यानी हमने इतना तो बोल दिया कि उनका साइज बहुत छोटा है, हमने इतना भी बोल दिया कि वो मिलियंस में आते हैं when we combine them. But how do we prove that there are millions of particles with super small size? Okay, so let's see a simple experiment. Suppose I'm taking a beaker which is filled with water. Suppose there is 100 ml of water in the beaker and I have put a pinch of potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate is a solid which dissolved into water gives pink color. You do not have to focus what is potassium permanganate, but just keep in your mind that this is something which on dissolving into water gives pink color. Okay, so I have just taken a pinch, just a small pinch, very few particles, and I have dissolved that into the 100 ml of water. So it has given me the pink color. Now what would happen? Let me extract some water from it. From this solution, I have removed 10 ml of the solution and I have put it into another 100 ml of water. It's still showing pink color. Again, I'm doing the same procedure. I'm removing some water from it and putting into pure water 100 ml. It's again pink. So I would like to say that if we start repeating the process again and again for 100 ml, for 200 ml, for 300 ml, and many more, I would like to say that potassium permanganate is something which can create pink color in 1 liter of water. That means potassium permanganate के पास इतनी ability है कि वो पूरे 1 लीटर वाटर को पिंक बना सकता है. Even a single pinch. That means they are so small in size, even a single pinch contains millions of atoms. तभी तो वो पूरे 1 लीटर को डिसॉल्व कर सकते हैं, उसको पिंक बना सकते हैं. All right. So this observation tells me that the particles are very small. And second point, there are millions of particles, a very large number of particles, which on combining make a matter. Okay. Another observation I would like to say, for example, Dettol solution. We have seen the Dettol solution. I have dissolved the Dettol solution into water. And whenever I start adding more and more water, still there is smell of Dettol solution into my water. So this also explains that Dettol is something which is made up of very small and many millions of particles. Okay. So I have done two properties. First one, matter is made up of particle. Second one, my particles are of small size. Now let's move with the third property. That what are the characteristics of the particle? Particles and their properties. The very first property of a particle is that they have space between them. For example, बच्चे I'm making a tea or coffee, और मैंने अभी example दिया था आपको that I have dissolved potassium permanganate into water. What's happening whenever making tea or coffee? My milk and water, they are getting dissolved into each other. They are just going into the space of each other. Like this is particles of water, and we are adding some milk. Suppose I'm representing my milk with blue color. There are particles of milk which is getting into the water, complete dissolved. So this tells us that there is space between them into which another matter can easily occupy. Okay, so the first property of particle is they have space between them. All right, now let's move to our second property. That is the particle of matter are continuously moving. They have space between them, and the second one is they are continuously moving. Okay. Why would I say that they always continuously moving? For example, bache, you have burnt an incense stick. Incense stick is also called as agarbatti. हमने अगरबत्ती जलाई है घर में, and when we have burnt that particular stick, its smell is spread all over my room. ऐसा ही होता है. I have spread my its smell is falling in all my room. That means their particles are always keep moving. They're not at the rest. They're always moving. Another example is, suppose I'm taking water or honey or ink. What would happen if I would take a drop of ink and put it over here? मैंने एक ink की drop ली और मैंने इसको यहाँ पे रख दिया. Suppose I have taken a drop of blue ink. What would happen? After some time, it would start flowing. That means this is not in the rest. There is always keep moving. They always are in the motion. That means the particles are in the motion of any kind of matter. But the point is their motion depends from matter to matter. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि सबके सब सेम स्पीड के साथ मूव कर रहे हैं. कुछ ऐसे होते हैं जिनकी स्पीड कम है या ज्यादा है. That would depend upon the type of matter. that we would see in the same class. Now, as we have done the particles and their property, the third point is, okay, one more thing I want to say in this topic. They are continuously moving, and with the increase in temperature, they start moving faster. ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है भाई? With the increase in temperature, they start moving faster. For example, this is a kind of matter present over here. This is a kind of particle. As I have told that they are continuously moving, they are continuously in motion. You have studied in physics in 7th and 8th class. The energy which is related with motion is known to be kinetic energy. Is known to be kinetic energy. That means they were moving at their own speed, but now I have increased the temperature. When the temperature increase kar diya, I have started heating them. What would happen after some heating? Their motion would be so much high, their kinetic energy would be so much high that they would start burning. They would start moving faster. Okay, so this is known to be that with increase in temperature, their kinetic energy getting increased, or we can say they start moving faster. So we have done 2 points. In this particular case, I would like to say that there is a topic known as diffusion. Very important topic, because it's totally based on the exam point of view. There would become so many questions on this topic. What is known to be diffusion? Now, what is diffusion? Okay, as I have shown you so many points over here, that I have taken the example of agarbatti, that it starts burning and it's moving its particle. Can I say the particles of agarbatti are getting mixed into the air? Can I speak my particles of water are getting mixed into the particles of milk? Can I say? Definitely yes. So this is known to be diffusion. Diffusion is a property which tells that the particles of different matter mix with each other on their own. Right? ऐसा ही तो हुआ है. This is known to be diffusion. The particles of different matters mix with each other on their own. That means हमें उनके ऊपर कोई force नहीं लगाना पड़ रहा है extra. We are not applying any kind of pressure on them कि please go and mix. No, they're getting mixed with their own speed. They're getting mixed with their own pace. This is known to be diffusion. For example, water and milk. And why they're mixing? Because they have space in between them. Right? We have studied that they have space. अगर उनमें space नहीं होगा, they would not be start mixing. We have just studied in our last property that diffusion is totally dependent upon the space. Now, I have also told you that with the increase in temperature, their kinetic energy would be faster. They would start moving faster. Can I say with the increase in temperature, the diffusion process would be higher? Definitely yes. I would like to write with increase in temperature, diffusion would be faster. Diffusion would be faster. ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है भाई? ऐसा इसीलिए हो रहा है क्योंकि जब मैं टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज कर रही हूँ तो उनको फास्टली मूव करने की वजह से उनके बीच का जो स्पेस है वो ज्यादा हो रहा है. They have the much space now rather than the previous stage. Whenever I have increased the temperature, the space between the particles is more now. Why? Due to increase in kinetic energy. Okay, so due to increase in kinetic energy, due to increase in temperature, the particles, their diffusion is faster. All right. So this was all I wanted to tell you. Now, we have been left with the last topic, that is the particles of matter attract each other. The last properties of particle is they attract each other. Okay. See, bache, we have studied that they have space, we have studied that they have kinetic energy, but actual point is the particles of matter have a force between them. This is known to be interparticle force or intermolecular force. Okay. This interparticle force or this intermolecular force give them the strength. And how do we say that these particles are attracting each other? This is because of the intermolecular force acting between them. So I would like to say that the particles of matter, they would start attract each other, due to which they would combine with each other. ऐसा तभी तो हुआ, जैसे मैंने एग्जांपल सेंड का पार्टिकल वो हमने एक साथ उठा रखे हैं, एक हीप बना दिया है हमने, एक ढेर बना दिया. Why is it so? Because they are attracting each other. Same as it is if I'm talking about the solid, उनके बीच में तो attraction इतना ज्यादा है that they cannot be separated. So our next topic would be the types of particles, so the types of matter on the basis of attraction or on the basis of intermolecular force. You will see that in solid, liquid, and gas. Just here I am saying that particles of matter attract each other. This is known to be intermolecular force, and due to this attraction, they will get a strength. They are strong only if there is much attraction. Okay. So this was all I wanted to explain to you. Now we are just going to take 2-3 questions, and then we would wrap up the class by taking your doubts. Okay. So let's have a first question in your NCERT in text. The question is, which of the following are matter? We have chair, air, smell, heat, almonds, thought, cold, lemon, water. Okay, we have so many points here given. But the definition of matter is they occupy space and mass. यानी उनके पास mass और volume होना चाहिए. Only we can say them that they are the matter. So that's why my chair, air, almonds, these are the matter. But love, hate, smell, these are just the feelings. They do not have any kind of space and mass. So these are not the particles. Okay. Now let's move to the second question. The second question is, the smell of hot sizzling food reaches you several meters away. But to get the smell from cold food, you have to go close. Listen to the question again. अगर कोई hot food आपके पास रखा है, उसकी smell ज़्यादा दूर तक जाएगी as compared to cold food. Why is it so? This is because we have told that with the increase in temperature, whenever we are increasing our temperature, the diffusion process is increasing. Sorry, not diffusion. I would like to say the kinetic energy is increasing. Okay. अगर टेम्परेचर ज्यादा होगा तो फूड अगर गर्म है, टेम्परेचर ज्यादा है, तो what would happen? They would start moving faster. Now they would start moving faster, and their smell would be reached within us, even we are from several meters. But the cold food, the speed is low, the particles cannot move faster, and we cannot smell. All right. Now let's reach to the third question. And the third question is, a diver is able to cut through water in a swimming pool. Which property of matter does this observation show? एक diver है, एक swimmer है, and he's moving through water, and after some time he's just cutting the water. तो बहुत easily water को पार कर रहा है. Why is it so? Because we know that very well, particles of matter have space between them. We can easily increase that space by more and more force and pressure. Okay. So this is shown the property that particles of matter have space between them. This is the property. The first property. Now the last question is, what are the characteristics of the particles of matter? This we have all studied today. First one, they have the space. Second one, they're moving very fast. With the increase in temperature, they can move very fast. Third one, they can mix with each other. And the lastly, we can say that they have the force of attraction also. Okay, so these are the characteristics of particles. So this was all, student, I want to explain you. If there is any kind of doubt or query, please let me know regarding this topic. Yes, class? Do we have any kind of doubt or query in chapter number first? The particles, their size, their nature, their force of attraction or something?